Andy, morning. Welcome back to the UK. Can you just tell us, first of all, what's it like to be back, and how long is it since you were back in the UK?
Oh, it's great to be back. It's 5.5 years since we've been back here, but we turned up last Monday. It was raining, so like nothing's changed, but it really is just like we've been away for a weekend.
Yeah.
And we've come back and nothing changed, everything's the same.
Yeah.
You meet people and it's just like you've been away for a weekend, it's just catching up again, so it's great to be back. And you know, I have missed the place, but I've got no regrets on moving over. So.
How long are you back for?
2 weeks. We came last Monday. We'll leave again next Monday for Dubai. We're going to go to Dubai for 4 days on the way back, just to actually relax and get a little bit of sun before we head back home.
Awesome. So while you're back, I assume you've got a plan. Is there any opportunities for you to maybe reconnect with former players or coaches that you worked under? Have you got like an itinerary and a plan going forwards?
Yeah, I've caught up with everyone actually. We went to, funny enough, went to York the other day, and I'm just on the phone to my cousin, and this old guy's walking towards me. I'm like, hey Andy, hey John joined. I walked past me, I'm like, what the heck, you know, strangest person to see in the middle of York. And then went to the designer place on the way back, and I walked through the main doors, and then Howley's walking towards me. I'm like, what's going on here? You know, you wouldn't expect that. You know, strangest places. So I spoke with Howley for a bit, and you know, John joined. It was great to see them. But I've seen Danny Ord, you know, Pricey, bumped into Wagger's the same old, never changes. I went up to Kicklets the other day, played a bit of a Masters game with them to catch up all with the old guys there that I used to play with up there. So it's trying to get round everybody and try away for a short space of time, and I'm mindful of what April and the kids want to do as well, so it's not just all about me catching up with everybody. I've got to see everybody, old neighbours, so it is bum, you know, one person to the next, so but it's really good to catch up with people, even though it's short and sharp.
Fantastic. Put me right if I'm wrong here, Andy, but 19 seasons I think you played in the UK. Absolutely tremendous career. Obviously really highly respected by people in the game and your peers. Can you just give us a brief summary of, I guess, first of all, the clubs that you played at, international honours as well, and, you know, just reminiscing of some of the great years that you had as a player in the UK?
I've not got no complaints, you know, in my 19-year career. You have highs, you have lows, but again, I think the main thing is, and I think a big thing for today, the players today, is when things do go wrong, it's what do you do to put things right? Do you sort of put the cue in the back and have that defeatist attitude, or it's like, no, there's something in front of me, I'm gonna build a wall and get over it, or build a bridge, get over it, and work together as a team to just the resilience. I think that's the main key thing. You know, instead of just put it to one side, forget about it, deal it straight away, get over it, and then let's move on. You know. And I've had plenty of them with injuries and games, stuff's happening in games to get over it. I think that's made me a better person, really.
Yeah.
I had some great people at Castleford first time when I first started. Vows's, Danny Orr's, Fritz's, Rapers, Sykes's, I could name them all, you know, they all looked after me really well. Probably made me the player I am today. You know, again, moved to Bradford, and I can't really name them all, you know, JP, Fieldings, Veganas, just because they're in sort of my position. Again, just playing with people like that, it was a real privilege to sort of take the field with them. You know, I was in awe of them, really. You know, how can somebody like me sort of play with people of that calibre, quality week in, week out? And again, I learned so much from them kind of guys, and JP especially is a different level to everybody else. On and off the field, you know, look after you off the field and on the field. So that we're going to obviously Hull a great place to be, great management. Adam Pearson's, you know, again, it moved heaven and earth, and one person at Hull really stuck out with me, took me in my position again. It was awful to play against. As soon as I went there, Mark O'Mealy, you know, took me under his wing, and I had a different perspective of him, you know, from playing against him. You know, he was very aggressive, he wouldn't speak to you, but as I say, as soon as I walked from them doors at Hull, he again took me under his wing, and you know, we had a great time. We still made it today from things like that. And then again going back to Cass, for a final, a few years. Again, we made the Challenge Cup final. To go back there, even though we didn't win it, we got there, and it was a great bunch of lads. There was no superstars in that team. It was just a team willing to work hard, and we actually worked for each other. We got to the Challenge Cup final. Then obviously 2017 last year, I didn't play in the final. We got to the grand final. So again, it's some good years there, and you make a lot of mates along the way, but you find out who your real mates are when you can sort of go away for a long time and then come back and chat to them, and it's like you've never been away. So I really have got no complaints about my friend career.
Can you remember how many games you ended up playing, Andy?
I think in total was 500 and something. I think in total with Super League and your internationals and whatever else. So I never went out to put a number on. How many games I've played. And one thing that really stuck in my mind when I first started playing was you only play till 30. Do what you can. Because 30 is sort of finished, and I was quite lucky. I ended up playing till 37. So I enjoyed it. Like I say, towards the back end was a bit of a struggle with injuries, and just mentally really, I was. If I'm being honest, I was over my last year at Castleford. I didn't want to be there. It was hard work, getting out of bed to go training every day. I did it, and I got to the end of it, and I was quite happy to get to the end of it and move on to the next chapter in life.
Brilliant. So just with regard to your transition then, Andy, at 37 from being elite athlete to former elite athlete, I think your transition was quite unique as well, because you also changed countries. Can you just give us a little bit of a background into that and how that came about?
Yeah, I suppose the transition, I always remember, I can't remember, it must have been 2017, I was speaking to Terry O'Connor before Leeds game, and he sort of said to me, he said, you'll know when your time's right, you'll just get out of bed one morning and you'll think, this is me, finished. And it was literally like that. One day I got up and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. So me sort of thinking in that mentality, it probably wasn't right for the club at the time, but me knowing that I don't want to play footy anymore sort of put me in a good place when I left at the end of 2017, and we had a little bit of a goal. Things happened that sort of took us to Australia sooner than rather than later. With April's side of the family, Dad passed away, so it just sort of went a little bit sooner than we was going to go. So what I did look going to Australia, and it's not a big heading thing, but nobody knew I played rugby league when I went to Australia, so it was all on me to find a job, to go do what I do and stand on my own 2 feet really. And I love that, because nobody, like you say, nobody asked unless they sort of asked questions, and people spoke to me about footy, and it was good. I had a laughing inside me, because when Corey was playing, there were parents telling me they should be doing this, doing that, and I just sort of sat back and agreed with them, and it was great to listen to the other side without knowing that I played rugby league for 19 years. So we settled down the south coast now in Australia, about 2.5 hours of Sydney, and the lifestyle's great. People say, well, have you made the right decision? Yeah, we've made the right decision, but I've still got to work, I've still got to do kids' sports, I still coach on an evening, so we are in a different location, but I'm still doing near enough exactly the same things that I'm doing if I've been back in the UK. We're just on the water, on the beach, and like I say, that's the only difference, probably for warmer weather as well, but so it's been good, and I've really enjoyed it, and the club I'm at now, Milton, Sally and Jeff, the president and chairman, they'll don't really do anything to make things work for us, and we are a club in transition as well, and building. We're a young team. I think there's 7 teams, including the girls, league tag, tackle, 18s, reserve grade. So there's a big community there, and that community stick together, and I think that does help. You've got people from footy around you, just want they all end result. They want all teams to win competitions, and it's a great place for the kids to go. It's a great day out when we do play. April's what we like in Australia, so it's really good at the moment.
Fantastic. You already alluded to, Andy, you played, your career stemmed into your late 30s, and I know from having a speaking to you in the past, how important your physical well-being is to you. You're obviously in fantastic shape as we sit here today. How important is that to you? That you continue to do that now. You're no longer deemed that part of your job every day, and that be actually prescribed into your day. How important do you think that is, not only for sort of your physical health, but your mental health as well?
I think it's massive, really. Just with how busy things are for us at the moment in Australia, for me it's a 4:30 get up in the morning. I go swimming, running, biking, or just do. I'm not into my weights anymore. I'm too old or too broken. I've got injuries and things like that to do that. So I get up early to do that, and for me to do stuff like that, I just feel way better to start the day doing that. And for me, the more exercise I can get, especially where we are at the moment, it's not just swimming in a swimming pool; it's out in the ocean. So you're seeing creatures and whatever else when you're out there. So it's challenging at times, a bit scary, but I wouldn't change it for the world. And for your mental health, it's great just to start the day in the right manner. You're alert when you get to work, and my advice is, you don't have to go 100% in anything you do, as long as you can get out here. Start with a walk or allegedly jog, walk. As long as you're out there doing something, grab a mate or a friend and just go for a walk and catch up, and a talk's as good as anything. As long as you're keeping active, I think it goes a long way. And I think for former or retired players, that helps as well, because obviously you've been in a structure all that time. And for you to probably keep a little bit of structure as well when you do, because nobody's telling you can do this, you can do that. You've still got to be disciplined and think, well, I'm going to get up and train. And there's these days that I think that after I've been running or biking or doing my gym class, I'm sore as anything really, and all them little niggles and stuff, come back and they do get me, but just get that feeling where you want to keep going, and it's up here more than anything really. You just do that to feel better person in general.
Brilliant. We spoke earlier as well, Andy, with your current role with Milton as head coach. You talked about some lads that have transitioned over from the UK that have exited academies at Super League clubs in this country, and they're finding their way back to the sport again, back in Australia, having playing opportunities, seeing the world, having some real meaningful life experiences. Do you see that potentially being an option for other players in the future as well?
I think that we're just at the start of it at the moment, and I think this could end up really massive, and it could benefit a lot of country teams in Rugby League. And we have got some real quality young players here that but just get missed or just not quite ready to hit the first team squad or be playing week in, week out. And for them guys to go away, not just to play footy, but to gain the life skills at the other side of the world and enjoy it for a year, 2 years, play against quality opposition or former NRL players. There's a fair few Aussie former Super League players in the comp that I'm coaching, Group 7. And I do think they'll grow as a person, grow as a player. And what is a year? 2 years when you're 18, 19, you come back to England when you're 21, and there's opportunities, in Super League and Division 1 teams if you want to do that. But I'm sure that the kids that are in that sort of transitional system at the moment, I think if you are thinking about, my advice is to go do it. You will not be disappointed. We've had a guy come out for 3 months last year from Kippax Alfredine. He was cast reserves, so he sort of put his foot in, sort of toe in the water and seeing what it's like. So he's going to come back now next year fully knowing what to expect him. He's probably been out there the worst time in winter where it's a little bit cold, but when he comes back in January he'll see 30, 40 degrees. He'll see the beaches, the water's warm, he'll see a totally different side to the place. And honestly, my advice is just come and try it. If you don't like it, it's 24 hours away. You can come home and carry on what you're doing in the UK. But like we spoke about, these guides from former Super League players dotted about everywhere in New South Wales. So these opportunities all over the coastline for guys to come across. And we'll speak to Ashton Sims in Group 7, and we'll get something sorted. I really am looking forward to an influx of UK younger players, even the older guys, you know, that are on that, you know, whether to carry on or not, come out and have a go and see what you think. And I guarantee you'll come back a better person and a better player.
Fantastic, brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Andy. I appreciate you taking time out as well and from your busy schedule. I know you're leaving here to catch up with some other former teammates and seeing other people, but just really appreciate your time this morning.
No problem.
Thank you.